It was one of Srila Prabhupada's, probably one of his most famous statements on inspiring devotees. And I know for many of you this is not something you're very familiar with, but in the 1970s, there were practically no congregation as we know it now. You were in the temple, or you were not in the temple. And the temple was full of most of the devotees who were initiated were in the temple. Exceptions, but they were few. And there wasn't very much of a congregation. Even when you came, Rishesh, the congregation of Indians in London was beginning, but it was really not very developed. And practically being a member of Islam meant living in the temple, practically speaking.
Otherwise you were a fringy.
You were a
fringy.
A fringy, if you were, that was a creditable term. You were a karmi, if you were. Lots of more words. It was a bit more black and white, but the devotees living in the temple during Srila Prabhupada's time were mainly brought up, on the basis of distributing books. Other activities were obviously there, but practically everyone, and Prabhupada, following on with Chaitanya Vallabha's question as to what is the temple, what is this from Newcastle, etc. And then he mentioned about this information,
Information, transformation.
Dissemination is the word usually. Dissemination. Spreading or sharing this message. So Prabhupada wrote one letter one time, it's a famous letter. Our temples are like bases where we send out our soldiers to drop bombs everywhere. Now don't take that quite literally. We're not, hopefully anyway, we're not going to go to that kind of terrorism or whatever you call it. But it's sadistic. Prabhupada used this word bomb in terms of the transcendental literature, Srimad Bhagavatam in particular. And I think you have a quote here of 64 Bhagavatam sets, the Bhagavad Purnima, is that right? Chaitanya Bhagavad, your mind was taken away.
It was 10 actually.
Huh?
10 was up.
10 sets, so okay. But these are the real, the most transformative weapon, you could say. Non-evasiveness. And it's really amazing. Book distribution. Everyone, this is going to be very difficult for me. You know, you've got me going, I'm afraid. I'll have to backtrack here. I'm not going to touch my subject, which you've given me. We could talk all night on that subject, what to speak of this book one. But anyway, this distribution of books. So if you want to feel Prabhupada's presence, the temple is a place where people can take shelter of Srila Prabhupada. And if you want to feel Prabhupada's presence, or feel his association, there's nothing easier than to take his books and share them with others. You know, you can know me by reading them, but we can get his association by distributing them. It's so sweet. Yeah, we may not be going on the streets. Anyway, we'll come to that later. We're going to start this little. We've changed their presentation 3 times since they arrived, and because of the circumstances. So we're going to now tell me, what is the most important thing? The letter of the law or the spirit of the law? You know the statement? Letter of the law or the spirit of the law? Pardon? What do you think? Anyone have another idea? Letter. Okay, you're a good writer. Letters. Anyone else?
I think the spirit of the law. The spirit of the law.
The spirit of the law. Okay, it seems like the majority goes for the spirit of the law. I mean, what's the purpose of law? Yeah?
To make rules and regulations to keep people in harmony.
Yeah, what a nice answer, isn't it? What a beautiful answer. Thank you, young man. What's your name? Nikunj. What is it? Nikunj. Well, beautiful answer, beautiful name. Thank you. So the spirit, to establish there's a purpose behind the laws, isn't there? There's a purpose behind the rules and regulations, isn't there? What is the purpose behind all the rules and regulations that Prabhupada has? Because they're not new. I mean, they're known to millions and millions of people in India particularly. But what's the purpose of these rules and regulations? Isn't of course the only one who knows anything around here. And now we've spoken enough. Anybody else?
To maintain the discipline.
To maintain what? Discipline. Okay, what's the purpose of maintaining discipline? Let's go a little deeper. These are not wrong. And there's a fact. There's a fact in everything there, you're saying. Something a little bit more deeper. Peaceful life, okay. Who from Red Car? Really?
To make the distinction between animal life and human life.
To make a distinction between animals and humans. Okay, that's another, you would say, we expect to be there with rules and regulations, so not all of them seem to do that, but that would be a good one. Anything else? Huh? Build your character. We're not going very deep here. Anyone else got any suggestions? You're from Manchester, aren't you? I've seen you in Manchester. You were a voice from Manchester.
He's not, he's ISKCON Newcastle now.
Huh?
This is his
What are you doing here? Get back to Manchester. You get ruined up here. It's just with your good friend Drew. You're Drew, right? We spent a lot of time here just now. Okay, Nakoins, no one else knows what they're talking about here. Come on. Yeah, what a simple answer. Simple as pie, to become Krishna conscious. Isn't that the idea? Everything else, what's his character? What does it mean, character? What animal or human? We're not animals and humans, are we? I don't think so. Maybe we got it all wrong. I thought we weren't, but we were spirit souls or something. What else is there? To become Krishna conscious is to awaken our Krishna consciousness. Maybe you should ask him to give class next week.
Yeah.
Is he with you?
We're
Good friends.
This is his dad here, Shravan.
Where's your dad?
And his mum.
Put your hand up, Dad. Oh, there he is.
And mum's at the door.
Where's Mummy? There she is, Haribo. Well, congratulations. So anyway, without any further ado, there's another side to the spirit. Now, when we talk of a mission, which was what we heard about just now, this is a mission. You know, this is a revolutionary mission. I mean, there was no question of a spirit, Vaishnav, that's a nice word. Vaishnav, institution for spreading Krishna consciousness. Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj introduced this in a formulated way for the purpose of disseminating the teaching of Krishna consciousness to others, or the facilitating of their possibility of taking it on, or accepting it. So Srila Prabhupada took that further and spreading it all over the world. Now we had to adjust it a little bit because what is favorable, we can read this, there are many things in India which are not really, from the point of view of rules and regulations, applicable in the same exact way as they are in other places around the world. Prabhupada writes it, he says, that which is applicable in India may not be applicable in the Western world. And the Acharya has to be dexterous, what can we say is dexterous, but he has to be mature and advanced enough to understand what will be affected in different places in order to achieve the purpose. And the purpose is what? She's the only one who knows anything. Embarrassing. You should all be very embarrassed, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the president teaches you here. Maybe he's just teaching you the purpose is to make money and distribute books. I don't know what you're teaching. But the purpose behind everything is to become Krishna conscious. I think to love Krishna is, synonymous in one sense, in reality. So, Prabhupada did adjust things. Now, that was based on a very deep principle. It wasn't based upon show. It wasn't based upon chance. It wasn't based upon pride. It wasn't based upon any mundane expertise, as some idiots say. It was based upon a principle, and we're going to go into that principle of how that's evoked, how it happens. It doesn't happen by, mental endeavor or intellectual pursuits or speculation or voting or forming an institution which is required. The purpose of the institution, we know, is to disseminate the knowledge or the practice and the ultimate goal of Krishna consciousness. But there's another thing with that. It's the spirit involved. This is not a mechanical movement. This is a movement of spirit. It's a movement of personality. It's not about moving things. It's not about moving temples. It's not about building temples. It's not about numbers. It's not about all these things which may be visible and they may happen alongside it. But it's the actual consciousness. So we're going to start now with this, and we're going to then... How are you giving me 40 minutes? This would not be possible. Because you want to know about the first temple. Who wants to know about the first temple in Newcastle? Anyone? Not many. Not enough. That would take at least 6 hours just for a brief analysis. Yeah, he's ready for it. It's not going to happen in 10 minutes, I'll tell you. Now, wow, there's another sadhu. Whoa. And I can keep it. And this is a painting of the first temple in Newcastle, by the looks of it. Maybe you were there in a different body. Yes, now we know. I've had quite a few of those people who came to the first temple definitely are in different bodies right now. If they haven't gone back. That's a beauty, isn't it? It looks like a raft car. Is it a raft car or what is it? Temple?
What is it, Miroslav? What have you drawn?
Should I throw it?
Huh? Oh, look at that. Thank you. What's your name?
Miroslav.
Miroslav. Miroslav. Thank you, Miroslav. Wow, what a wonderful interaction. Thank you so much. I've got this enormous book of about 500 different similar paintings around the world that young devotees give me. I keep them all. I've got a whole file. Maybe one day someone can make a book of it. Interesting. Some of them they're all interesting. Now, you have to put your name on, otherwise I'll never know. Can someone put the name on? Can you put your name on it? Can you put your name on the bottom? Is it there? Oh, there it is at the top. Okay, we're going to carry on, shall we? Thank you. Yeah, we'll go on all night, but first time we'll start, and it fits into some of the things you were saying. It fits into some of the things which were mentioned here by what's his name? Alan, as Prabhupada would call him, Alan Ginsberg. He called him Alan Ginsberg. His name's Alan Ginsberg, but Prabhupada used the name Ginsberg. And if you know what I don't think Prabhupada did that purposely. I think it was just, the word gin. Anyone who likes gin? Hands up if you like gin. Hands up. How many of you like gin? Come on, the red crowd, they must have gin in there. No? You don't like gin? Up with you. You don't give them gin here on the feast?
That's for Nityananda Trayodasi.
Huh?
We get that out for Nityananda Trayodasi, the gin.
Nityananda Trayodasi. And Christmas Eve. New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. Yeah, if you don't know what it is, it's a form of intoxication. And Alan, Prabhupada say Ginsberg, a great soul, by the way, he did so much service for this mission. Incredible. Believe it or not, I mean, he was a little attracted to these type of things. Anyway, a few other things too. But anyway, on the other side, he did great service. And he was one of the key people in the early days in New York when Prabhupada came. Welcome, everybody. Well, thank you for coming, everyone. And anyway, a little bit akin to what he was saying, plus the spirit, which we're now going to try to share. We need a very good harmonium player. A good harmonium player. Where you go? Toilet? No, maybe. Okay, quick, be quick. We're going to sing a song now. Now, where's our Basu? Where's Basu? I want to sing this. We need a good Madanga player. Yeah. Where's a good reed player? Okay, one of you guys. Huh? What? Okay, no problem. Do it in one shot. And I'd like some cartels if you don't mind. We're going to see, because as I mentioned just now, the spirit. Now, we have our incorporation document this one, which I could also go through. Before the incorporation document this one, the incorporationist, Prabhupada compiled another document, not incorporation, what was it called now? Not the incorporation. He gave it, actually when it was submitted for incorporation, Prabhupada didn't call it the incorporation document. I can't remember. He called it something else. And then it was established as the incorporation document. And in that other document, Prabhupada included several other factors, which are not included in the incorporation document, and which may be considered or deemed not so essential, but they're also there in Prabhupada's original document. So we won't have time to go there. What was it called now? Huh? Some word very similar. It began with I, but I've forgotten what it was. Anyway, never mind. Doesn't really matter. But it was a document Prabhupada submitted. So everything was based upon everything Prabhupada does and did and still does do. It's really based on a foundational principle. It's not a matter of executing certain do's and don'ts. That's required. But that in itself is not enough. We're not machines. To disseminate this mission of Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada did not have a magic formula. In fact, when he came to the Western world, he said, I do not know how these people will accept even the basic rules and regulations that we follow. It will not be possible. As soon as they hear this, they will tell me, Swamiji, go away. And in fact, nobody was interested in that in of itself. Prabhupada didn't use that. It wasn't even, let's say, just chanting the mantras. It wasn't even distributing the books. All this is related. What was the real key? What's the real key? What's the real key to Krishna consciousness? Practice and spreading. What's the key?
Having the mercy of Lord.
Yeah, it's the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Everything is that, no doubt, based on that mercy. But for the individual's own position, yes, you could say that also, absolutely. We'll take it one step further.
Humility.
The total humility. And that humility means total dependence on the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, Guru and Gauranga. Total dependence. Completely surrender to their will. So that is the real foundation of the movement, if you want to look at it from a point of view of its development, growth, etc. To the degree that we are allowing that, or we're willing to place ourselves in that position of being. Just how was the Battle of Kurukshetra won? How was it won? Don't tell me because Arjuna's Akshaynis and his arrows killed this one and that one.
Depending on Krishna.
It's total, depends on Krishna, manifest by his words. Now I'm a soul surrender unto you, kindly instruct me. And at the end he says, now all my doubts are removed. I'm willing to act according to your desire. Completely. There's no, oh, I like this, I want this, I want it this way. I think it should be like that. According to Krishna's desire. That was Prabhupada. So we're going to sing this song now. In many ways, although we have our incorporation document as guidelines, practical implementations, constitution, word Prabhupada. The constitution of ISKCON He wrote the document himself, the Constitution, not the incorporation, but the Constitution document, he called it. And that was transformed to a large degree into the incorporation document. We talk about a constitution, and there's been a heck of a lot of effort to make a constitution, but Prabhupada wrote the constitution document, and of course there's a lot more added in there. But the real thing of the constitution, this movement, is the spirit. It's Prabhupada's spirit. That's what this movement's going on. Not mine, yours, this one, this technique, that technique, this new course, that new course. All good and well, but without that spirit, they're like an empty husk of rice. No life there. Maybe a little bit of everything you do in life, you get some feeling from it. But that's not the point. The point is a relationship with Krishna. Complete dependence on Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy descendants. Okay, we ready to go, Vasu? Is it on the screen? Vasu, are you there? Is it on the screen?
It's on the screen.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. If you can't, you may have to move this. There's a pot plant. Yes, he's trying to follow the song. It's kind of coming out from the screen there. So this is the first thing. Now bear this in mind. Markandeya Bhagavat Dharma means preaching the message of Krishna consciousness in America. That's the literal meaning of these words. Prabhupada was alone in September 1965 in Boston. September the 17th, and then on the 18th he compiled this song. In the morning, his first thing that he wrote when he reached America. And that in itself obviously contains a lot of significance. The very first writings of Srila Prabhupada in America, isn't it? Incorporation came a year later. It's such a massive topic. I've got PowerPoint presentation in themselves would take 3 hours to go. We're not going. So we're going to try to sing this song. Now it's a unique, and I want you to enter into the spirit of Prabhupada's dependence. In fact, we will give you this first of all. My dear Lord Krishna, you were so kind upon this useless song. But I do not know, you heard that in the video, I do not know why you brought me here. Now, you can do whatever you like with me. Now just imagine Prabhupada is sitting alone in his cabin. And the ship, what was the name of the ship? That might be one of the questions that's asked me. Just to give you a clue. Just to give you a clue. Write it down in case you forget. Jaladuta. Which means, you know what that means? The messenger of the water that crosses the water. How Krishna arranged it. But I guess, Prabhupada, imagine him alone, just contemplating this impossible task. Nearly impossible. Alone in that cabin, after a 6-7 week journey. He wrote this. This is the translation. But I guess you have some business here. He's addressing this to Krishna, don't forget. He's talking to Krishna. Otherwise, why would you bring me to this terrible place? Who would say like that? America. Every Indian would do anything under the sun to get there. And Prabhupada said, why have you brought me to this terrible place? Most of the population here is covered by the material modes of ignorance and passion. Absorbed in material life, they think themselves happy and satisfied, and therefore they have no taste for the transcendental message of Vasudeva. I do not know how they will be able to understand it. Listen to those words. Listen to those words. We may think, oh, I can't do that. Prabhupada is saying, I do not know how they will be able to understand it. Don't think it was Prabhupada in the sense of how we see it. It is the Always is, because he is completely dependent on his Guru Maharaj and Krishna. They're working through him. This is a charya. They're not like some, good karma yogi. But I know your causeless mercy can make everything possible, because you are the most expert mystic. How will they understand the bellows of devotional service? Oh Lord, I'm simply praying for your mercy so that I will be able to convince them about your message. This is the real spirit of a mission or the movement of Krishna consciousness. It has nothing to do with karma or the ways and means of the material world or your expertise, whatever. This is the essence of, you could say, our attitude of being an instrument. All living entities have become under the control of the illusory energy by your will. Because we wanted to, therefore Krishna placed us here. We can't come on our own. Without his will, we can't even come here. And by your will, they can also be released. The clutches of illusion. We can't get out of here by our effort. It's simply when the Lord takes. Many things involved in that. I wish that you may deliver them. It's the mood of the devotee. I want, please, my Lord, please deliver them. Therefore, if you so desire their deliverance, then only will they be able to understand your message. The devotee feels helpless, unqualified. The words of Srimad Bhagavatam are your incarnation. And if a sober person, as we just heard, people so intoxicated material can't understand its message. Sober person, when is able to hear, repeatedly receives it with submissive oral reception, then he will be able to understand your message. It's understanding the message. This is how it works. It is said, Prabhupada says in Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma Super Soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee, who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous, when properly heard and chanted. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam, and by rendering a service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed. It was still so a little bit in touch with the material energy, maybe some flickers, clouds in the clear sky are always going to be there, but practically to them, they're not interested. It's interesting that Ramananda gave a class on the 5 most potent limbs of devotional service this morning. That's exactly what the class in Karan Bhavan was about this morning. Same topic, exactly. Wasn't it? Same topic. We read Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 22, Madhya Lila, Lord Chaitanya's teachings to Janānanda Goswāmi about devotional service, and those were the verses we read about the 5 limbs of devotional service, which are most potent. Even a little execution of one of those can achieve the greatest goal of going back to Godhead. And this is to us, hearing the message of Bhagavatam in the association with devotees by regular attendance and loving service unto the personality of God, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as irrevocable fact. As soon as irrevocable, that means no turning back, devotional loving service is established in the heart, the effects of nature's modes of passion and ignorance, such as lust, desire, and hankering, disappear from the heart. Then the devotee is establishing goodness, and he becomes completely happy. Not temporarily happy by some result, but always happy. Thus established in the mode of unalloyed goodness, the man whose mind is being enlivened by contact with devotional service to the Lord gains positive scientific knowledge of the personality of God in the stage of liberation from all material association. Thus the knot in the heart is pierced, and all misgivings are cut to pieces. The chain of fruitive actions is terminated when one sees the self as master, and that's not a topic we can go into at this moment of time, it's another subject. He will become liberated from the influence of the modes of ignorance and passion, and thus all inauspicious things accumulated in the core of the heart will disappear. How he probably thought of his own heart. Oh Krishna, how will I make him understand this message of Krishna consciousness? I'm very unfortunate, unqualified, and the most fallen. Therefore I'm seeking your benediction so that I can convince them, for I'm powerless to do so on my own. Oh Lord, you have brought me here to speak about you. Now, my Lord, it's up to you to make it a success or failure, as you like. Please put your mobiles to rest. O spiritual masters of all the worlds, I can simply repeat your message. So if you like, you can make my power of speaking suitable for their understanding. Only by your causeless mercy will my words become pure. I'm sure that when this transcendental message penetrates their hearts, they will certainly feel engladdened and thus become liberated from all unhappy conditions of life. Oh Lord, I am just like a puppet in your hands. The devotee voluntarily places himself in this position. So if you brought me here to dance, then make me dance. Make me dance, O Lord. Make me dance as you like. I have no devotion, nor do I have any knowledge, but I have strong faith in the holy name of Krishna. I have been designated as Bhakti Vedanta. And now if you like, you can fulfill the real purport of Bhakti Vedanta. Signed, the most unfortunate, insignificant beggar. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, on board the ship Jaladuta, Commonwealth P. Boston, Massachusetts, USA, dated 18th of September, 1965. Hare Krishna. In many ways we can say this is the real constitution of this, founded on this principle. Everything else is according, but this is the real spirit of this, found in this poet of Srila Prabhupada. Encapsulated all essential ingredients to actually enact the incorporation. So we'll try to sing now with all our hearts. What is that recurring sound that keeps coming? Huh?
Is it the cars going past?
Pardon?
It's a door. It's a motor's coming.
Pardon? I don't think so. Hey, whatever it is, I guess what it is. That's maybe that's no, that's the wrong one. So many sounds, confusing world, isn't it? There's so many disturbances in this world, isn't it? Can you imagine? 5,000 years ago in the forest of Naimishranya when the Bhagavatam was spoken? Janānanda Goswāmi speaking. He never had a microphone. You know how many people were listening? In human bodies, 88,000. All sat there, listening with rapt attention. Every one of them heard it with rapt attention. Not possible. How can that be? Here's that sound. What is it? Pump.
Yeah, the sink
Pump.
downstairs, pump.
Pump.
Yeah.
Pumping water. Okay. So many things in this age. They never had pumps like that made noises. There was silence. Even the birds stopped singing. The leaves stopped rustling. The wind stopped blowing. Complete silence. No mobiles. Nothing. Just Sutta Goswami and sages sat in this big, whatever, field there in Newcastle, holy place, listening raptly to the sound of the Bhagavatam. No interference, either in their minds or in the ether. We have two things. The ether is surcharged with so much unbelievable disturbances in this day and age. Stop them to tell them to stop using water. They're disturbing us. What can you do? Nothing. And their minds were not disturbed. We've all got one thing after the next, isn't it? Never ending. It's like a blooming bombs going off left, right, and centre in our minds. That's not the mind even. This is that one, the brain. That's turmoil. But this one down here is like, I'm just so disturbed. But whatever. This is the remedy. We will now sing Makane Bhagavat Dharma, preaching Krishna consciousness. Well, we could, let's say, I don't know the Sanskrit word for Newcastle. You could transform it, put a word there for Newcastle. Find out what the Sanskrit word is for Newcastle. Well, that's pretty easy. You should know. Newcastle. What's castle in Sanskrit? Castle. Sure. Huh? Like the word, huh? Huh? Nava? No, that sounds like a house. A castle. Castle, you have to have a fortress. Castle. What's a fort? Place where your soldiers are. They fight from there. I'm sure you'll find out. You can put it into context. Okay, ready? You ready?
Yes.
Ready. Who's the Madonna? Oh, yeah, with it. Frontliners here. Frontliners. Try your best to follow. And let's look at the other part of the test. So you have to memorize this song, right? That's the test. Kila kila ileka Vasudeva Tata Namaste
Hare
Jaya Prabhupada. Started what I was going to talk about. Didn't even mention anything about it. I do the schedule, we've already way over time. I won't speak later, if you want to give me 10 minutes, I go briefly mention Oceanside Terrace. But I'll hand over to whoever next. Ramananda, you next? Who's next? Who's the boss? Who's the MC?
Well, we could do either Ram next, or we could get Rasheshri and yourself to Rasheshri, and then yourself to do some, remembrances.
Why don't we do that now? Is that okay? Are you okay with that? Come and sit up here.
Yeah.
Bring a chair.